I want to share something with you all. A couple of months ago, I met a doctor, a professor, a medical doctor. So then I asked her, how does the sight happen? And she told me a very long story. Let me share that story with you. How does the sight happen? She told me this story. When I asked her about the sight, she told me, we have this eye, the eyeball, and the light rays are coming from outside. Reflected, it is a reflection coming from an object. So these light rays are coming, and then they are collected in a place called retina. This is you all know about this. This is high school science. This is called retina. And then electric impulses are generated and they are taken to the brain via the optical nerve. So my question to her, to the doctor I met was, ma'am, where does this image happens? And she told me the image happens in the brain. Okay, wow, all right. So it happens here, according to the doctor. So my question, I had another question. Where does the color happen? Does the light have colors? Does that have colors? And she was like, no, light doesn't have colors, but there are different types of cells that are located in the retina, which we call them rods and cones, and they are sensitive to the intensity of the light, and then they help to create the colors. Depending on the intensity of the light, there are different types of signals, electric signals are generated, and depending on that, the color is generated. With those colors, the mental image is formed. Then my question to her was, to be honest, where do you think the colors are? And her answer was, we think the colors are out there. The colors are there in the world. Then again I asked her, wait a minute, you just told me the colors are formed in the image, and these cells, the different types of cells, the cones and rods in the retina, they help to create the colors. And she was a bit puzzled, and she was like, yeah, that's what the truth, but how we feel is different. Wait a second. The truth and the way you feel, are they really different? I asked that doctor, and she was puzzled. She took some time and she was thinking. She had never think it in that way. Well, to be honest, have you ever thought about it? Because this is high school science. I learned it, you learned it. I learned this when I was in grade 10 or 11 or maybe even before that. You also must have done it when you were in the school. We all knew it. the rods and cones and the retina. They create the colors. So the mental image is formed somewhere in the brain. And that's a mental image. But where do you think these colors are? Whatever you perceive here in the brain, is it really out there? So now, what do you perceive? This is red, a red color pen. What do you think? What do we know about it? We think the red color is there. And this is white probably, black, a little bit of black. And then we think, this is a red pen. But where does that red happen? It's something happened here. But where do you point your finger at? This is red. This is black. Don't you see a mismatch? Don't you feel a mismatch there? Whatever we've been fed ever since when we were young, we never questioned about it. I don't know why that we didn't question about it. I don't know why we didn't question. Maybe we were deceived that much. We didn't want to question because that everybody accepted it. Everybody accepted it, and then it was quite normal to us. But now, think of it. Question yourselves. If the color happens somewhere there, then how come you tell that this color is out there? This color is somewhere here. Don't you feel that we are all deceived? Something must have gone wrong somewhere. Don't you feel it? Whatever the colors now you are after, whatever the images that you are after, that all of those color combinations happen somewhere here. But you are looking outside. You are going after things in the outer world. You wanted to match your tie with the shirt, and you wanted to match your the shoes with the trouser. You wanted to match all the earrings, whatever the things that you wear with the sari. You wanted to have the matching handbag and everything, because everyone was doing it. None of them questioned about it. None of them. Nobody questioned about it, so we didn't care about it. We didn't think about it. We were also just running after whatever we've been taught, whatever we believed as the truth. Do you get that concept? What I was trying to reveal here? Because these rods and cones, if they are, depending on the light intensity, if they create the colors, why do we point our fingers out? Do you understand? Whatever you perceive here is not there. It was not here. Whatever you call it, let's say the red pen. But this is not red. Then you might ask me what it is then. Yes, red happens in the brain, but it is not out here. It is not out there. This is the reality that you perceive. This is the reality which you and I believed ever since I got to know my teachers. I'm sorry to say, I think I made a mistake. Not ever since. Until I got to know my teachers, until I got to know this the truth that I know today, which you don't, I believe that this is the truth. I believe that colors are out there. The rainbow is there. That nice beach, that nice blue color of that water, it's out there. Those colors of those flowers, those roses, I believe that they are out there until I met my teachers. But now I know this is the perceived reality. This is not the reality. The reality is beyond this. This is just what you perceive. But we believed in it. You and I, we believed in this. What we perceived, we believed that it is the truth. Because nobody was there to teach us. Nobody was there to tell us. We were not lucky enough to be told. So we believed that whatever we perceive is the truth. So we were going after things because we wanted to. We wanted to match those things. We wanted to visit those places because the people told us they are beautiful. The ocean is very beautiful. That monument is extremely beautiful. Why don't you go there and have a look? Oh my God, you should definitely. That's what they told us. And we didn't know about this story. We didn't know about that these colors are happening here in the brain. So we were just going after those things. I don't know. So that's the question that I asked from that doctor, that lady. If you knew this, why didn't you think about it before? If we knew it, why didn't we think? Why were we being so much deceived? Why were we being so much? I don't know. I don't know why that it had happened to us. You know, whatever you see is true. Think of a virtue. What do you call them? The VR box. You are inside a room. Of course, you know that, and you are given this VR box to wear, and then you put it on, and then all of a sudden you feel like you are in a building which has 100 floors, and then you are in the topmost floor, and once you look down, oh my God, the vehicles are size of a small cube or size of a small box, and you'll be like, oh my God, you feel that, don't you? Haven't you experienced this before? The VR box thing? The virtual reality? You feel it through the deep down. How does it happen? You were just inside a room and you were very comfortable. You were extremely safe in that environment. But now all of a sudden, once you wear that, you feel like, oh my God, you're on that topmost floor and you're, oh my God, you feel it, that gut feeling, the thing that I'm trying to tell you. I think you get it, don't you? How did it happen? How were you being so much? Well, I was stupid to believe that I was in that topmost floor. I had that feeling. Oh my God, that feeling. But then I was not in that building. I was not in that topmost floor. I was just inside that room. How did that feeling created? It was just that VR box that you had. And this has created a fake mental image. But you believed in it. You had that gut feeling in you. Didn't you? Have you? I think those who have been to Universal Studios You also must have experienced this. So whatever you have, that image which was created in the mind, it wasn't true, but you had that feeling. Very real. Very real. And you were asked to walk along that bridge or something. And you didn't want to do it because you know that you are in the 100th floor. But you were not in that building, but still you really felt it, the deep down. But it was just a mental image, something created in the mind, in the brain, let's say. So it is the perceived reality. Even now this is the perceived reality. The utmost reality, the reality. The utmost. The reality is not what you are experiencing right now. I know that this is extremely crazy. What I am trying to convey you, what I am trying to tell you, it seems extremely crazy. Seems not something that is possible. But I want you all to think. Brush your brains and start thinking. Open your minds. Be open. If you are going to close your doors, we can't reach you. We can't give you the truth. If you're going to close your windows, we can't give this to you. Please be open-minded. Try to think out of what you know now. Because that since we were young, since we've come to this world, we've been looking at things. You know that the things when you were young, you had these fluffy toys and you had the circle thing that had nice animals hanging on it. You had these things and you believed that they are there, the colors are there. You loved it. You were looking at things and you believed that's the truth. That's the utmost truth. That's what you thought. That's what I thought. That's what I believed until I meet my great teachers. But once they showed me the truth, I was lucky to have an open mind, to listen to them. I had an open mind. That's why I could understand. That's why I'm trying to understand. I'm on the path. I'm still going along it. So I'm inviting you all to join us, to understand the utmost truth. There's a difference between the perceived reality and the reality. So come along this path. Come along this journey. And we'll find the truth.